morning, guys. We're just on a road trip today to go pick up a dyno. I found this dyno in Facebook Marketplace. I've been looking for one for about 4 years and finally found one. And good deal on it, so it's worth getting. It's a water brake dyno, and it's a PT-2000. I can't remember the manufacturer, but I'll put it in the link below. Anyway, it's an old unit that's been out of service for a long time, so got a good deal on it, and we're just gonna go pick it up. This is my second attempt. I went out last weekend. It's a 5-hour return trip, so I went out last weekend to pick it up, and it was in the guy's backyard, and it was snowed in, 1.5 feet of snow, and I couldn't get my truck or his crane back there to pick it up. So we'll give it another go today. He says he's got it out in the driveway, so we'll go pick it up. So I thought I'd bring you along for the trip. Some beautiful scenery, and should be should be a lot of fun. Hopefully I'll get his crane started again, and we'll go out and lift it into the back of the truck. Well, we've been into the trip for an hour now, and we're just at the summit, which is 5,700 feet, and the Detroit's running sweet as usual. So the last weekend I went up there to get this thing, and the guy neglected to tell me that it was stuck in the snow. But anyway, this time I brought my engine hoist in case his crane won't work. It's a 1960s vintage crane, and a gas model, and it barely runs. It's in real hard shape, but I managed to get it moving, and I chained it up, but to no avail. I couldn't get the damn thing back to pick up the dyno. So with any luck, today will be a success, and we'll get that dyno into the truck and back to Kelowna. So it's about 40 minutes west of Merritt. It's a small town in BC. So it's a good excuse to go on a road trip for the Detroit anyway. I've been doing a lot of city driving with it, and it needs to get out on the highway and work hard, you know. So that's what it was designed for, so that's what we try to do from time to time. So this is coming into the beautiful town of Merritt.
luck I got that on video.
Well, let's hope the video picked that up. Running that old crane, and I'll tell you, I brought gas, my engine hoist, just in case, because it was, you know, hit and miss whether or not that thing would lift that thing into the back of the truck. And as it happened, I don't know if you heard him or not, he said it just ran out of fuel. So I couldn't even get the chain off the back of the rig. So anyway, just luck having, I got it into the back of the truck. So I did bring some gas too, just in case, but fortunately I didn't have to fill his tank up. Anyway, it was a success, and now I've got to get parts for it, take it apart, find out what's wrong with it. He says it needs a seal. It's a metal seal. So we'll see anyway. And I think I had the radio going there, guys, when I left this property. So in case I did, the reason I picked up this dyno is to break in Detroit's with it. So my 253 and that 6V71, I can break that in with it, and that way I can watch it, monitor the break-in procedure, and give it a good workout as per the instructions, overhaul instructions and break-in procedures. So that's the reason I got it. Like I said earlier, I've been looking for one of these for years, and finally this one showed up. So quite glad to get it. And then I can do some tuning monitoring as well. I can eventually, when I do my 453 silver, I can try to increase the horsepower of that safely and see how high I can get it. And that in turn will help this engine out. I don't want to break this engine because I spent a lot of money rebuilding it. So. Thinking of putting propane on this engine. I've got the parts coming for it, so we're gonna mildly add maybe 15 more horse to it, and that should give it enough power to pull these hills in overdrive. All the 8% grades I shift down into direct into fourth gear, and have to climb that about 55 to 60 miles per hour. And if I could just get that little bit of extra power, I could hold overdrive and be able to pull them at 110 kilometers an hour or 65 miles per hour, and that'll be perfect. So this is an example. This is about a 7% grade, 6.5, 7, and the foot's to the floor. We're doing 105, maybe 107 kilometers an hour. 930 on the UTTs. Mind you, we do have a load in the back, about a couple thousand pounds. And this is all it will, it'll pull. If it's another degree steeper, like an 8%, it slows down below the 100 mark, and then it shifts. So right now we're at about 1800 RPM, foot matted. of the hills I'd love to get a run for, but the police monitor this pretty aggressively here. Last weekend there was a guy pulled over just over this bridge here. I'd love to wind it up to about 80, 85 miles an hour and probably make that hill in one gear. And the summit, maybe this is 4,000, the summit's about 5,700. So Detroit's loving it. How many other people do you know daily driving a 453T? There, hopefully the police aren't around this corner here. Hill in overdrive. Turbo or not, but it's just singing. So this is Penasta Summit, 5,700 feet. I mentioned this on other videos. This is just a winter view of it. Lots of snow. But spring's here. You can see the edges melting and whatnot. With the weight and everything in the truck. I'd say we're 11,000 pounds with a full tank of fuel and all that stuff in the back, and it's basically holding its own without using the jakes or the brakes. It's slowly accelerating here a little bit. Don't worry, there's a runaway lane we could use coming up here. I'm sure you guys from Colorado and whatnot have seen these. They're pretty impressive. I'd hate to take one though, in anger. Wow. exhaust temp's 153 degrees Fahrenheit, and the engine oil temp's 159, and the engine it's 164. And when it's really cold out, you got to have the winter front on, or else it just gets really cold. Winter fronts, I only run winter fronts if it's usually minus 10 degrees centigrade. Then I use them. If it's warmer than that, I tend to take them off, unless I'm around town. But if I'm on the highways like this, I take the winter front off if it's warmer than minus 10. So here's the nasty runaway lane. This one here is just nasty. Boy, look at that thing. Well, there it is. I got the pump, the dyno, maybe it's power flow. I don't know. Anyway, I'll look it up when I get home. I'll put it in a link below. But I got the stand and everything, so all the gauges, EGTs, RPMs, everything. So perfect. And then I got a console with the torque readings and everything on it. So with any luck, I can get all this stuff working. There it is.
And it's a Go Power Systems DT-2000. So from 800 horsepower and up to 2,000 foot-pounds of torque. So we'll have to get this back in service. I'll pick away slowly at this unit and see what's wrong with it. And here's the control panel, the engine panel, I guess you call it, for the engine vitals. And this is the control system for adjusting the torque and whatnot. He says he's got the coupler somewhere. He's going to go look for it. So that hooks onto the back of that yoke. This piece here. And bolts up to Detroit flywheels. This here. So let's hope he can find that. If not, I'll have to make one. But anyway. Pretty nice. Hopefully it's not scrap steel. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Again, thanks a lot for subscribing, commenting, and liking the videos. And we'll catch you on the next video.